Unknown to many in the kingdom, a sinister character named Mr. Mad had come into the king's life. Mr. Mad was a collector of different types of people, and he desperately wanted a king for his collection, and so he had tried many times to capture King Leonardo. Once he had tried to trap the king while he was sleepwalking. Once Mr. Mad had tried to capture the king while he was fishing.
Yow!
And again while he was out for a spin in his car. Somehow King Leonardo had always managed to escape, but the constant threats to his safety were greatly upsetting the king.
I tell you, Odie, I can't stand much more. Mr. Mad has me so upset I don't know what I'm doing. Oh!
I see what you mean, sire. We must stop Mr. Mad at once.
But how?
Remember what my king has always said. The best defense is a good offense.
You mean?
Exactly, Your Majesty. We must go after the culprit ourselves.
But how can we find him? He keeps moving that house of his from one place to another.
Itchy Brother and Biggie Rat are always doing Mr. Mad's dirty work. If we find them, we will find Mr. Mad.
Bravo, Odie. We'll put on our detective disguises and set out after them.
That's really good.
Open that helmet, you tin-head. We can't understand a word you're saying.
My royal brother and Odie Colonia going to try and bring you in, Mr. Mad.
Bring me in? How?
By, disguising themselves and then finding me and Biggie and following us to you.
Ah, we'll fool those wise guys, say. We'll just stay holed up here so they can't find us and...
Silence! You will let them find you and follow you here.
But that's mad.
When they arrive here, I shall have a trap set for them.
How will you shut your trap, Mr. Mad?
Look and see. When the king and Odie are following you, come to the back of the house. There you will find 2 doors. Be certain you enter the left-hand door and lock it behind you. Then the king and Odie will be forced to enter the right-hand door.
Yeah? So what?
Mr. Mad's plan was diabolically clever. If the king and Odie entered the right-hand door, they would quickly fall through a trapdoor and land on a large conveyor belt. From this, they would be lifted up by a giant crane. Then they would be dropped onto a moving grating, which Odie was small enough to fall through. The king would then be lifted by a hook and dropped into the cage reserved for a king. Then Odie would be lifted and made ready for the roof. Will the king and Odie follow Biggie and Itchy to Mr. Mad's house? Will they take the right-hand door and fall into the trap? Will Odie really be dropped into the room? We'll find out in the next episode, A Long, Long Trail of Binding.